Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Victoria 2, Heart of Darkness, Italy. Where we last left off, we were doing some things. It's been a week, I don't really remember, and I apologize for that. Looks like we do have a bit of an uprising in Burma, but nothing that our people can't take care of, and we are slowly researching steam turbine ships, so that we can start upgrading our navy, although I'm willing to bet we'll probably have to get blue and brown water schools and possibly the high sea battle fleet to be able to build the big ships that we want. While we're also tooling around, we should be coming pretty close to these colonies being ready to be made our own, in which case, well, they're in the American sphere. I think the train may have sailed on getting Sokoto to be part of Italian Africa, and that's okay. We have more than enough territory in Africa. Surely, we got tons. And, you know, we slowly got some stuff going on in Asia. There's not a lot of extra room to expand into Asia. The only possibility really being the Dutch. Let's just take a look at the great powers and see where we stack up. We are the king of the second tier powers. That's where we're sitting. A good 200 points ahead of the Russians, although it looks like that is ticking up nicely. The Imperial Japanese and the Austrians, well, the Imperial Japanese are pretty much on the same level as the Russians, and then the Austrians are lagging behind. Then there's us, and then there's a big jump to the US, and then a bigger jump. Well, I guess not a bigger jump from here to here, but then a big jump from the US to France, Germany, and finally the UK. Let's see if we can do something about the French, huh? It seems like a good idea. We got all of these. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Create a protectorate. Create a protectorate. Create a protectorate. Create a protectorate. And let's see. Just taking a look at the way the world's going, we might as well try and grab this patch of worthless desert land. I guess, well, no, that's got the Dutch. I don't know if we necessarily want to go after the Dutch. Well, maybe we do. Is there anything worth taking here? Cows and grain. Not really. I think we'll leave it. We'll see if we can snag that, but we'll leave it. And then that should be coming along soon as well. So let's just see. We might as well make these full-on colonial provinces. Should have done that as I upgraded each one, although that little pop-up there tells me that that problem is solved. It looks like we do have slaves, but I have a feeling those should change post-haste, because we have slavery outlawed, do we not? We do. So that should be changing, well, soon, I hope. I don't need slaves in Italy. Good. No slaves in Italy. That's how I want it. The Colonial Exposition is opened. Our empire in the world has come to our capital to celebrate this Colonial Exposition with pavilions from various colonies and several different buildings and marvels, highlighting the importance of our economic and cultural mission to the visitors from both home and abroad. A grand display of power and wealth. 10 prestige. It's good. We got some stuff going on. If you want to know what's going on, then there you go. The province of Ross River now belongs to Canada. So I would imagine they're, yeah, there's got to be somewhere over in here somewhere. I would guess. In the interior of British Columbia, which is beautiful. Although recently it was very, very hot. Anyway, that's enough jibber-jabbering about that. Unemployment among workers in Abechi is high, but a possible bright spot is the emergence of several cattle ranches. Local officials are suggesting that the Italian support the cattle ranches, or the ranches, allow them to become Abrecci's new major industry. Where is it? There. You are currently growing what? Grain. I would bet grain is better than cows. Grain. Cows. Switched production. Perfect. Have fun with the cows, gentlemen. Although some women try zealously to incarnate this essence, it is hardly patentable. It is frequently described in vague and dazzling terms that seem to have been borrowed from the vocabulary of the seers, and indeed in the times of St. Thomas it was considered in essence as certainly defined as the somniferous virtue of the poppy. A renowned Italian suffragette has published a book on what can best be described as the subject of feminist theory, and the book is gaining a fair amount of attention, both nationally and internationally. Commend the book. And power transformers, so we can get some electric power going on, which would be a good thing, methinks. Where were you supposed to go? Ah, here? Yes. Beautiful. Study circle. We will gain the prestige. Prestige is good. Prestige is nice. I like it. Looks like we need some horses down there as well. Am I producing any horses? I don't think I am. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we'll get you. Let's slow this down here. Let's get you there. And then we do need one more horsey for you. And we do have the rally point set there. So, right, because that's in North America. That's up there. Okay, well then we should get rid of it here because that's pretty much useless. Unless I am building another army stack, which I don't think I am. So that's good. So now there is in Africa and there is there. Okay, so build an army, one more horsey in Europe, preferably. There we go. And then we'll look at maybe getting another European stack going on. Got our borders nicely protected against France, which is good. Let's just check on old Francipoo. If we were to declare war today. Unlikely, unlikely, maybe very unlikely, very unlikely. So, yeah. No getting France unless our allies are going to be involved. The foxes in the henhouse, cows out in the corn, the unions have been busted, their proud red banners torn. Capitalists in one of our states have begun employing union-busting tactics to end what they describe as the scourge of organized labor. By employing professional infiltrators to get under the skin of the state's labor movement, the capitalists hope to be able to sow discontent among the union rank and file. This is probably not good. Our athletes are victorious. Some of our athletes who competed at the recent Olympic Games have been victorious and returned home with medals of gold, silver, and bronze. Lovely. What is going on in Spain? Right, I don't like what's going on in Spain. I remember that now. It looks like the UK is going to be the biggest threat to us at the moment, so let's decrease their opinion. That'll come back right to friendly right away. We're in a race with Serbia. We're in a race with Austria over Serbia, and it looks like they are dumping their points in like cray-cray, so we might have to increase in that. Burma, don't you dare do it. Germany, don't be a dick. Anybody going for Brazil? Doesn't look like it. So, what we should do then is boost well, I guess we're pushing Oman like crazy. Because we got to deal with the French there. Damn it. And damn it. Alright. Well, then if we go to someplace like Kalat, we can leave that on 1 and boost Serbia. We gotta boost that. Romania, we need to keep pumping. But places like Bulgaria, we probably don't need. We should be safe in South America. Now, I realize Albania is not in South America, but it looks like we're pretty safe in Albania, too. I don't think Albania is drawing too much attention. Alright, selling, selling, selling! A local businessman in one of our provinces have formed a joint venture company to establish a local stock exchange primarily aimed at the commodities market, or the commodities trade. The venture will doubtlessly increase local productive efforts. Huzzah! A bull market, that is an excellent sign. How about state capitalism? Just an idea. Kaboom! Now I should have a horsey unit marching down. Perfect. Pit mining has been adopted. I forgot to set my timer for this episode. Joys! Okay, well, we'll just have to figure this out as we go along. And when we consider the injustices wrought by representatives of Italy in the colonies, we will not be surprised to find that Italian, in those many places far beyond our country's shores, has become a byword for theft, larceny, and murder. Our message here today is loud and clear. Italy, quit the colonies. An anti-colonial league has been formed by Italian radicals, ostensibly dominated by intellectuals arguing the cause of colonial independence. Reports from our secret police make it evident that the league is intimately connected with the Socialist Internationale. We're gonna ignore them. Machine parts, electric gears, good things like that. We will snag this little piece of land. What do we get? Coffee and cotton? I like it. Germany, don't take it the wrong way. You can please continue your relatively small colonial expansion if you wish. I will back you up in this place. But realize, I mean, I had to take that land. It was just asking to be consumed. Really isn't anything else left to take out here, is there? Synthetic rubber. Yeah, we should have collat soon. Whoa, okay, an international crisis. Huh, okay. This is interesting. Yes, we're interested. It looks like Mazovia is doing something. So, what are you? Oh, yeah, we'll make you a colony. There we go. The crisis. So, what have we got? Congress Poland acquires all states with core provinces. It's interesting geopolitically here. Germany, which should theoretically stand to lose some land? Yeah, I mean, they'll lose Upper Silesia and Posen. And West Prussia? No. No. Why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. It's gotta be Polish land in Russia then, and not in Germany. But that's gonna cause them issues. We're gonna support them. But that still seems crazy to me. I can't believe that Germany, of all... Like, you would think if the Poles want freedom, they wouldn't go to the Russians, the Germans, or the Austrians. They'd go to someone like France or the UK. That's weird. Anyway. I thought the Major was a lady suffragette. And it is therefore my conclusion that although there are certain professions generally unsuitable for women to occupy, their presence in the workplace poses no fundamental threat to the social order. Yeah, I mean, I like the prestige, but a well-known and respectable member of our military establishment has today published an opinion editorial in the Rome Courier, one of Italy's leading dailies. What has been described as the biggest career blunder in the decade, the general has advocated the inclusion of women in the workplace in factories and businesses, arguing primarily that their inclusion and protection under law would only amount to a confirmation of the already established de facto state of women being employed. I mean, yeah, we'll go that route. I don't know why that is a hit for prestige, though. Chad Colonial Incorporation. With the arrival of the Italian governor into Mao, an effort has begun to incorporate Italian Chad into the larger Chadian colony. Lovely. Bigger colonies. Better things for Italy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. It shouldn't take too much longer. 1901. We're already in the year. Expedition returns without success. We should try again. Go to the polls, gentlemen. Are you independent? You are, but you're in the UK's sphere. Shocker. Now that's an interesting thing. Nobody has Greece in their sphere, and we are working towards getting the Balkans going. I realize we're kind of stretching ourselves a little bit thin here. Yeah, pretty much everybody is good in Bulgaria. Burma should be fine. Kalat should be coming along. I mean, it's slow, but nobody else is competing for it, so that's fine. I can't really spare the points to, we should put some points into Venezuela, though. It looks like the US are trying to get involved. We shan't have that. A debate in the Rome Reform Club tonight regarding the death penalty has seen new arguments advance from the opponents of the punishment, focusing in on the this of the punishment. In tandem with the ever-present risk of wrongful sentencing, liberals have joined together to form a citizens' committee to abolish the sentence. The debate has been caused by much publicized recent execution of an elderly gentleman convicted of murdering his wife, despite the fact the man was clearly in the advanced stages of age-related dementia. The newly found committee calls upon members of parliament to speak out against what they consider to be the most horrendous of injustices, and have sought an audience with the cabinet to explain their position. We'll be happy to meet with them. Absolutely. Capital punishment is wrong. The Russian Empire accepted the crisis offer from Germany, being white peace. Were we at war? I don't think we were. Expedition disappears without a trace. It did not take them long to disappear. We'll go again. Guys, don't get lost. Please. I'm a bit disappointed that war wound up being nothing. But, knowing that we aren't far from further international bloodshed, I think another, well, that's what we're looking at. Create a protectorate and then make it a colony. Perfect. Well, that's Italian Africa. I'd say that's pretty freaking successful. I mean, considering the state of the nation when we started this campaign, I don't think anybody expected Italy to be the dominant force in Central Africa, let alone Africa itself. I think we are bigger than South Africa. We're certainly bigger than French Algeria. And thank you, Spain, for getting involved. It's nice to have a sphereling doing things. I like it. So let's get that set back there. Make sure I did actually remove that. Perfect. And we'll get another army stack built, because we could probably use it. So, we want regulars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 engineer. I don't think we're going to have enough to be able to do this, actually. Yeah, we're not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're not. Okay. We'll cancel that for now. That is fine, although maybe another cavalry army might be a good idea. That's something to think about. Let's just scout out our industry for a moment. I can't believe the size of that pharmaceutical plant. Oh, that's ridiculous. I should just shut it down. Put 500,000 people out of work. Even more than that. Yeah, put almost 2 million people out of work. That seems like a good idea, right? Yeah, that's not a good idea. I mean, things seem to be going relatively well with the oil industry. 5th in the world. I'd like it to be better. But without having the control that I need over our industry, it's a little bit difficult. Everybody's getting involved in Brazil here. What the heck? That must be just excess points getting dumped in. How are we doing here? We're doing great. We can end Austrian plans for Romania quite quickly. And I mean, really, they belong in my sphere anyway. Perfect. If you take a look at the sphere map, you know, they belong in my sphere, damn it. Maybe we can get Greece in there too. That would be a good idea. I am going to go for the blue and brown water school, just so we can get our naval bases going. It will take, presumably, a little while to get our turbine ships researched. So, you know, it still is... The Italian Navy is still a little ways off. But it's soon. The trustee system, or trusty system, was a correction system originated in the U.S. state of Mississippi, but also employed in Alabama, Texas, Louisiana, and others, under which prison convicts with a record of good behavior, often equated with obedience, were allowed to police other prison inmates in a strict pseudo-military hierarchy of power, with some inmates deemed especially trustworthy, even being allowed to carry firearms. For-profit convict labor was a cornerstone of the system. The trustee system was employed on the Parchman Farm prison in Mississippi and was, as the 19th century turned into the 20th, much lauded as a profitable and modern correction system. Reports of widespread inmate abuses would end the system in the 1970s, but in 1901 it was all the rage in certain Italian states. The whip cracks out of love. So we get some RGO output increase with a little bit of militancy going up and consciousness. And that all sounds dreary. I think, you know what? We'll do it. Why not? If these people truly are going to get reformed, you know, we got to give them chances. Our intrepid explorers have been the first to raise a flag at the North Pole and have brought glory and prestige to our country. Beautiful. Ocean-going submarines. We've had the submarine fleet out in oceans before. I guess, really, it's just an Italian design that's carried over to the rest of the world. About damn time they realized our submarine brilliance. Speaking of, maybe it would be a good idea to kind of increase the, well, not the European squadron, but the submarine fleet. We obviously need that. I mean, we could get, you know, 10 more submarines. Why not? Why not? Campaign for Married Women's Property Act, the Campaign for Basic Human Rights, needs to go national. We'll leave that where that is. Turbine-driven trawlers, so we get fish production increased. Of all the things. All right. We will set up... Okay, good. That's good. We got a Navy thing there. And we will build 10 more submarines. Boom. There we go. How exciting. Modernizing the fleet. But because I don't know how long this has gone on, and it's been about 15 minutes since I last looked over, roughly, I think this is going to be a good place to leave it for now, with a celebration of freedom. People are getting along just fine in at least one of our provinces, it seems. A local political deadlock that has persisted in one of our states since the last election has been resolved in a compromise across party lines. With a compromise reached, the local political assemblies can get back to work. Locals are taking to the streets, celebrating the event as a great victory for democracy, and recalling those immortal words by Friedrich Schiller, "Joy, beautiful sparkle of the gods, daughter of Elysium, all men become brothers, where your tender wing lingers." Rejoice! More liberals! Why not? That might lead to state capitalism. I'm hoping. I hope you guys are too. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. It is kind of taking a bit of a slow turn with the current way things are going. We're building to something. Trust me on that. France has territories of ours, and damn it, We need to take those territories back. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode or the series, or just enjoy watching some Victoria 2. Whatever. Thumbs up if you like it. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.